Hello everybody. In today's presentation, we're going to look at 3C value concepts, which I like to call 3CVC. So what is 3C value concepts? Quite simply, it is my interpretation of success in business framework. And the way I came about this is I've been looking at a whole bunch of marketing and social media tactics and strategies being thrown around, and I believe that it's much deeper than that. People need to create value in order to have a sustained level of success in business. And so I came up with the concept which I like to call 3CVC, and it comprises of three elements which we're going to discuss right now. And so let's have a look at the very first one, which is called create value. It all starts with creating value, doesn't it? So the way to create value is obviously for a business to get to know their customers. But how do we do that? Number one, first we need to research them, understand them, get to know them by gathering intelligence about them, either online, offline, in person, any which way you can. Feel their pain and suffering. What is it that what are their hopes and dreams? Understand their needs and wants. Care for their well-being. This day and age, with so many options, so many places you could end up, but what really drives people, what really motivates them, is when they felt that somebody is there caring for them. And so if you are able to create value in whatever you're offering, your products and services, and you are supposed to really ingrain that value in your product. Recognize them for who they are, and I like to say find out what their MPP is. MPP is basically most pressing problem. So once you create the value based on the intelligence that you've gathered, now you gotta go on to step number two, which is what I like to call communicating value. It doesn't matter how good your product or service is, if you're unable to communicate the value, it doesn't make sense. This is the phase where marketing really kicks into gear. You must have heard about unique selling proposition or unique selling um, positions, but my interpretation is slightly different. I like to say, what is your value proposition? And so in whatever marketing material you have, you must be able to relate to your prospects intimately, appeal to their senses, show them a glimpse of the possibilities. What would happen to them if they do interact with you, do buy from you, and craft a message that really resonates with them. So communication is all about messaging, and in the messaging, a business has to communicate a sense of desire that they have and make them want it. So that's step number two. Step three is, I like to say, contribute value. So how do we do that? Basically, it's when you when your product or service is being consumed. And it's all about setting the correct expectations, under promising and over delivering. Make it so it seems like that they've got a bargain, and whatever information or product or service that you provide, it has to be transformational. Always thinking 4 steps ahead, and make your product or service have an impact that is everlasting if possible, and have it so that it is spreadable. What do I mean by that? Well, they must be experiential, so much so that they can't help but tell other people about it, about the experience, about your product, your stories. And so it brings me to the last point, which is, in order to contribute value, you have to inspire and energize your prospects to take action, whether it be taking action in using the products, or taking action in spreading the word for you without you even asking. So these are 3CVCs, which is 3C value concepts. And once you have this, it's what's gonna give you that sustained level of success and fulfillment in business. It's not the whiz bang technology or whiz bang gimmick or some kind of trick. It's all about connecting with the prospects. So there you have it. Create value, communicate value, and contribute value. But before I leave, I like to say, if it's worth doing, it'll be worth more if it's done sooner. Let me repeat that. If it's worth doing, it'll be worth more if it's done sooner. Thank you very much.